photo of the girl is still there, my lord.
We have directed by
Your lordship
judicial order that
have,
it
my
will
lord,
be
but it
pulled down.
continues to.
All the photographs, her name must
We
be
will, my
pulled
lord,
down.
the moment we
They are
intimate
not taking
there
it
is a
down, my lord.
problem, but we will intimate, my lord, them to put
We
it
will pass an order because the name of her name and photographs cannot be.
Yes.
and photographs should not be there.
And it may be specifically mentioned, my
You
lord.
have it
exact
here, Mr. Solicitor?
Yeah,
You have it, just give it to us.
That direction was.
What is the date? Yes, we passed the direction. What is the date of the downloading here?
my lord, yesterday my learned friend Mr. Agarwal downloaded. It's still yesterday it is there, my lord.
And Wikipedia was contacted and asked to remove it, and they said we refuse to be censored. This was their response. As of yesterday. They were
But this is
contacted.
not censored. You are right, but
No, we
this is
agree
not
with you.
privacy.
We
You are
agree.
being told not to commit an
Because
offense.
law mandates non-disclosure
Yes,
of the
yes. It's an
identity of
offense to
the
disclose.
deceased in a case involving rape and murder.
228A, my lord.
Absolutely, my lord. So,
It's file 228A of the IPC.
so this is not censoring Wikipedia. This is only asking them not to commit an offense.
All right, we'll deal with that.
No,
Yes,
it is
yes.
still, we have checked up. It's still there. Still
All
it is
right.
there.
We'll pass an order. Yes, sir.
In the past, as far as DNA was concerned, there was a test called the STR test. Now we have GMON testing. Now, Marat, it is up to the CBI to take this particular technology because this is what is where the whole DNA is taken and it is done. This is the latest technology which is available.
The genome testing.
Genome test. I will not, I know exactly when learned solicitor says that external agencies are being used. I was going to use that point, but I will not use it. There's also tower thumping technology. I believe that
Rest assured. We don't.
the last, but which is really troubling me from day one, is that there has to be two seizure lists. One at the place of occurrence, what they seized. The second is at where the postmortem took place. Because there were these samples which were collected from the lady concerned, from the victim. When I was harping on the last occasion that the jeans and the undergarments never went to the postmortem doctor, now that has been clarified that they were lying in the room. Why the investigating officer did not take it to the PM doctor, I do not know. But why not? I don't have a copy of the case diary, but lordships will now have to look into the case diary. Because what is troubling is that the seizures had to take place in the PM room with regard
I
to
know.
all the samples which were collected. Now, what your lordships has to see is that on the next morning, that is the 10th, at 10:30 a.m., whether those samples were sent to the magistrate. Why? Because the magistrate has to then forward it to the CFSL. What was the date on which these samples were sent to the magistrate for forwarding? Now, what the state will say is that 10th and 11th, which was a Saturday and Sunday, CFSL was closed.
In fact, I won't give again details here of the date because it will dislocate the investigation. We don't want someone to take advantage of it as a technical issue later on.
Yes.
But what the CBI has revealed in its status report is worse. It is really disturbing.
Maran, I have understood what they have disclosed.
You know,
I know what is where they are heading. That's why I'm not being able to.
What you are flagging is of the utmost concern. I can only share with you that we are ourselves disturbed by what we have said, and this is what CBI itself told us. See page F at page 4. Flagged it for us. They are themselves very concerned about the fact that this is what has happened.
Another thing which is very disturbing is that the Kolkata police has only given 27 minutes of the footage. Maran, why has the entire footage till date not been seized? And when the Kolkata police gave it, did they use a instrument called the blocker device?
What is it called?
Blocker device, because that ensures that the hash value does not change. And it is very important. What is a hash value? It is basically the fingerprint of any electronic document. And the CBI has to seize the entire footage.
Mr. Solicitor, this aspect, which we highlighted last time during the course of the hearing.
Page ground G, page 5. We have not.
Give us a minute. Just give us a minute.
Yes, ground G, not ground, my lord. Para number G, page 5.
But, Mr. Solicitor, can you not summon ask the state police to make sure that this is handed over to you?
It's not handed over.
You have to seize it. You are
That,
investigating.
that process is on. So that process is.
So 40 days have passed. Whether it has been rewritten or not, that also we.
That's. Well,
Have you seized?
the difficulty is one of
Please
devices
ensure
are.
that you seize the DVR and just find out, have you used the blocker device or not? Because you have to ensure the authenticity of the hash value.
And whether it is overwritten or not, because the devices can be overwritten.
That depends on the capacity of the storage device.
See, CBI has to ensure, because today your investigating officer is completely in charge of your investigating team.
Correct.
Make sure that the CBI itself seizes the entire, the DVR and the entire video footage.
Or it has to be from before and it has to be after.
Absolutely.
And not only that.
Oh, you're absolutely right on
The
that.
troubling
You have-
factor is.
We have absolute clarity, you're right on that, and we hope that the CBI is going to do
The
that. now.
troubling factor is, my lord, that whatever was leaked to the media with regard to this particular accused, I am not going into that. But my lord, till date, the sketch map has not been shown to your lordship. Because from what I have learned is that the place where the camera was placed is not at the entrance of that room, seminar room. There are also other entrances and exits that the CBI will investigate because it could have come from the other side and gone. And one of the last thing is, my lord, lordships, why? Because from my lord, the dead body challan, my lord, is now at rest because of the fact that it was shown to the Calcutta High Court. And my lord, we have footage. When the document was being looked at, I specifically said to my lords over there that this is the dead body challan. There was an acceptance and the thing was flagged. So there is no dispute that there is a dead body challan. My lord, the last thing is, my lord, on the ground.
Mr. Solicitor, just make sure, because even last time Learned Counsel had said that the dead body challan, that statutory form, was in fact shown to the Calcutta High Court. So ensure that, your counsel there actually traces what was produced for the Calcutta High Court
That is
and hands it over to you, because has some bearing on what you have stated in the status
Yes, sir,
report.
because we are not given that copy.
My lord, if there's any dispute, I bought
When
the pen
CPI,
drive.
when the local police handed over,
You can hand it over to the solicitor right now.
The pen
That
drive.
it-
I don't
IO
want to
is-
speak out of turn, Malas. This is an entire misstatement, but as and when your lordship
No,
give
but
me
let
opportunity.
the CBI, he has something in his custody.
Yeah.
CBI will look into it.
Yes, absolutely, Malas.
Because
That
we have made a
5371 was
specific
handed over is a
statement
complete misstatement.
that when
Anyway,
we were given the documents by the Calcutta police, this is not what is given to us.
Right, what we will do is, apropos what the concerns are, which have been expressed, we'll first record a short order. Please send a message across that the reason why we are not recording detailed reasons is simply because we do not want the investigation to be dislocated. Any word which we will say here should not put someone who is under scrutiny on guard and ultimately destroy the very cause for which all of you are appearing over here. But please rest assured that a lot of issues which you have raised in your in the letter by the parents, by Learned Counsel before us, is something which CBI has also flagged in the status report. But we will ensure that your letter, for instance, is looked into by the investigating officer because there is a specificity about that letter. It is-
Certain things are already done, but my lord, I'm not,
May I just
But it
make
should
one
be
more
looked
point?
at, yes.
Just to say, since the matter, if my lords would consider, my lords is taking status reports. The matter is coming up before the Kolkata High Court also tomorrow. Then the matter, since it's being looked into and monitored by this court present, no.
My lord, it is simply adjourned.
There.
It is simply adjourned.
Adjourned.
My lord,
I-
sorry,
Just because a seasoned judge with very long standing on the bench, he knows what to do. We shouldn't tell him what to do. Learned
But
judge
just one last-
learned judge knows what to do when the.
just one last
Sir,
point before
may
your
I
lordships.
respond to some of the things that have been said by him, Malas. For example, he said, Malas, there is no sketch map. The sketch
Can
map
you
is
just say
here.
this?
I have never said there was.
Well, Lords, if we
One
may
second,
go
let's
turn
not
by
get
turn.
into this repartee between members of the bar. If after you read or after we dictate the order, you feel that we have taken into account something and made any adverse observation against you, come back to us.
Well,
at
the
that
only,
point of
may I
time.
say, the only
Yes.
problem is once this statement is made, Malas, that there was no sketch map.
I never said there was no sketch.
Well, that they-
Not been produced.
That's
by
what
us.
exactly he said. Mullahs, that 5371 was shown to the High Court, Mullahs. In fact, we have a complete answer for it because 5371 was never used since 1997.
But Mr. Sibal, we'd like one
Mullahs, this is
element of
not,
cooperation.
what
by
happens is
Calcutta
their
Police.
statement goes on record.
No, but the Calcutta police must also now cooperate with the CBI because
They-
they want the entirety of the footage.
Mullahs, it's all there. Mullahs, given, Mullahs, 7 to 8 hours of footage is given.
Why would they?
Mullahs,
So footage.
GRB, Ola, ask your police
Yes.
team.
Yes,
Has the,
quite clear.
Asta, 1 second.
four hard disks.
Has the DVR been handed over to?
Yes,
CBI?
yes. This is what happens, Mullah. The statement is made that it is not handed over. It is handed over in front of people, Mullah. It is not as doctors.
7 minutes, Malad. My director.
What's the
is here.
point? 7 to
My
8 hours.
Director is here.
8 hours.
Not fair.
Madam, it is the
But
storage
also
device.
handed over.
DVR, not just the CCTV.
Everything is handed over.
Challan is not used. It's a
Now, Lord, we-
slip.
We have a taking over document here.
It has been signed
Mullah,
by CBI.
1 second.
But that DVR.
We have a taking over document signed by CBI.
DVR has only 27 minutes.
What they are saying is this, that the DVR was handed over, but it has only a recording of 27 minutes footage.
It was sealed, Mullah. It was sealed.
But
They have
What-
opened it.
Maybe so it was sealed, but nobody can claim that, well, CBI has destroyed any.
We are
part
not
of
saying
it.
that, Mullah. We are not saying that.
But therefore CBI is saying,
But when they say I don't
out
have,
of what was sealed and given to us, there's only 27 minutes.
not true, not true.
7 to 8. Search and seizure.
7 to 8 hours.
Search and seizure.
Hard drive,
But it
7
is
to 8
relevant.
hours.
8 hours.
Because, my lord, the
Hard drive.
4 hard drives
seizure
are
of
given, Mullah. What's the
samples
point of this
is
kind of?
relevant.
But then, Mr. Solicitor, this is a matter for further investigation.
Yes, you need.
You have the SHO in your custody.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Otherwise, things go on record.
Spot map handed over. Requisition slip handed over with the dead body.
Anything that is verified can also be retrieved.
Of course. Investigation, Mullah.
There are two distinct things, because
Yes.
Manoj Mishra
Yes,
pointed
yes,
it out.
yes.
One is the video footage of the search and seizure.
Correct.
Independent of that, you have the DVR of the CCTV
Yes.
of the hospital, the medical
Yes.
college,
Correct.
particularly around the seminar room.
Hold on, don't.
Now, 1 second. We therefore want to know, has the DVR of the CCTV footage
Yes, handed
been
over.
handed
one
over to the CBI?
one pen drive of
Because
capacity. Mullah, kindly-
CBI says, when CBI says that we have
Mullah, I'll
27
read it. Mullah.
27 minutes of the raw footage of the search and seizure,
Correct,
that they do not dispute about
Correct.
27 minutes.
correct.
When has the DVR of the CCTV at the hospital been
That
handed
is-
over to the
yes.
CBI is what we want to know.
Mullah, on 14th of August, one pen drive of capacity 32 GB SanDisk cruiser blade containing CCTV footage of camera number that installed at the northern wall of mail ward department of respiratory medicine at 3rd floor of emergency building of RG Medical College, having coverage of the entrance of the Department of Pulmonary, etc., handed over, signed by them. Then
That
second-
is-
One
does
camera-
not
One second,
cover the
one
seminar
second.
hall.
Just a second. From what you disclose,
Yes.
it appears that footage in relation to one camera outside the
Mullah, if you
department.
allow me,
The seminar hall.
allow me
That's
to
the
read the
problem.
rest, Mullah.
All right, go ahead and
The
read
rest.
now. Yes.
My lord,
Because
I
up to
just
now,
read one paragraph.
all right, just read out the rest.
Yeah, the rest is one pen drive of capacity 32 GB. This cruiser plate containing the copy of the CCTV footage as mentioned in item 1 of seizure list dated so and so.
That's only-
White seizure list dated so and so. One pen drive of capacity 32 GB SanDisk cruiser blade containing CCTV footage of camera 16 installed at the ground floor on the eastern side wall of the main entrance admission ticket counter of emergency building of RGK Hospital, behind the drinking water kiosk, facing towards southwest direction, covering the main entrance gate of KCRG, handed over. Then one pen drive of capacity 32 GB, this cruiser blade made pen drive containing copy of CCTV footage as mentioned in item 3 of seizure list dated 11, handed over. Well, then what is the point of saying?
Why would all
One
cameras?
second.
Further.
May I say this?
Yes.
You have identified the specific cameras in relation to which,
All of
all
them.
of them.
is it your statement that nothing remains with the
Yes,
Calcutta police?
yes, all of them handed over.
All of it
All of them.
All cameras.
All
They have signed
cameras,
off on it.
camera suggesting the
Part of the
seminar
diary,
room.
they
Let
have
them
signed
make a
off on it.
statement, my lords.
Why don't you read? Why just we give it, Malaj?
Yes. Handed over and signed off by them.
Yes. Yes.
How many exhibits were totally seized during the search and
Yes,
seizure?
we'll just show that, Your Lordship.
Just tell us
Hand it,
how
just
many.
hand it over the.
Just tell us how many exhibits were
Well,
seized.
just take this document, this is
Signed
what,
off.
this is what was signed off.
When we handed it over to CBI, this is what was signed off, my lord.
Pen drive, hard disk, everything is there.
Can you share a copy, please?
Multiple hard disks.
Can you share a copy?
We'll give it to you.
There is a pen drive.
And bottom left corner is the CBI signature, Manoj.
My lords, it would be relevant to know how many CCTV cameras on the whole there are in the hospital.
Capacity
Everything-
of pen drive is not relevant. It may be capacity of 100 GB, but it might contain few minutes.
They should have checked. It's 40 days now.
You've had these pen drives.
You've had these pen drives, you should have checked.
This is not on the CBI, the onus is on them to give it.
Oh, this list which you have given us indicates that several pen drives have been handed.
Yes, yes. Serial number 12 onwards is the hard drive.
Hard disks.
Malaj, the four cameras, Malaj, in the Arjikar hospital are connected with all the cameras stored in 4 hard drives. All the cameras are stored in 4 hard drives and all of that's been handed over.
And 12, 13, 14, 15 other hard drives.
Well, then this ultimately is a matter of investigation.
In total.
And then well, another statement was
Just
made
give
that
us a moment. Just give us a moment. The a status report dated 17 September 2024 has been filed by Shri Satyavir Singh, DIG, stroke HOB, stroke SC-1, stroke CBI. Stop. During the course of the hearing, we have heard the learned counsel appearing on behalf of, we have heard learned counsel appearing on behalf of the parents of the deceased the resident doctors and intervening associations you are appearing for, and the original petitioners before the High Court. Good stop. We have explained to the learned, we have explained to all the learned counsel that at this stage, it would not be in the interests of a fair and complete investigation to disclose the leads which are being pursued by the CBI or the line of investigation. This may only lead to the dislocation of the investigation or destruction of evidence. We'll stop. All the learned counsel representing the resident doctors and other groups appearing in these proceedings have also agreed in their understanding that it would not be appropriate for any further disclosures to be placed in the public realm at this stage. Full stop. However, the status report which has been submitted, full stop. A letter dated 12 September 2024, addressed by the father of the deceased to the investigating officer of the CBI, has been shared with the court. Full stop. The letter expresses the genuine concerns of the parents of the deceased and contains specific inputs on certain aspects on which investigation should be directed by the CBI. Full stop. Bearing in mind the concern of the parents of the deceased, the genuine concern of the parents of the deceased, we are of the view that the inputs which have been furnished by the father of the deceased in his letter dated 12 September 2024 should be duly taken note of by the investigating officer so that appropriate modalities are followed to explore the leads which have been indicated in the letter. Full stop. Further, responding to the request of the father of the deceased, the Solicitor General has assured the court that CBI would maintain contact with the parents and would keep them informed, keep them informed hereafter, so as to assuage their genuine concerns in regard to the investigation. Full stop. Next. Appearing on behalf of the resident doctors, Ms. Indra Ajay Singh, appearing on behalf of the resident doctors, submitted that there is definite material available with the resident doctors, indicating the presence of persons at the scene of crime, which they would wish to share with the CBI. Full stop. She has, however, fairly stated that it would not be appropriate in the interest of the investigation to reveal names at this stage, but details would be handed over immediately to the investigating officer of the CBI. Full stop. This may be done so that necessary.
May I also share it with the learned Solicitor General?
Copy may be shared
Give
with
me in
the,
a sealed cover and send it
may
in a
be
sealed
shared with the
condition.
Solicitor General, who would in turn make it available to the investigating officer of the CBI in charge of the investigation. Full stop. Next.
I speak, Your Honor, on the Medical Society of India.
Some of the concerns which have been expressed before this court by the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the original petitioners may similarly be recorded in a form of a communication and handed over to the Solicitor General for onward transmission to the CBI, so that necessary steps can be taken along any lines, so that necessary steps can be taken if any valuable inputs or leads are made available in the course of the investigation. Full stop. Then we will say that
In addition, if your lordships can consider, many of the concerns of the parents in the father's letter are taken care of, but we will.
What has said?
Yes.
okay. Full stop. Having perused the letter dated 12 September 2024 of the father of the deceased, at this stage it may be material to note that many of the concerns which have been expressed in the letter form the subject matter of the active investigation which is being pursued by the CBI. However, nonetheless, a copy of the entirety of the communication would be made available to the CBI so that it can follow an appropriate line of investigation as required in the interest of justice. Now we'll
Lords, on this, if we may just briefly
yeah.
state,
During
my
the
lord.
course of the hearing, the court has been apprised of the fact that that Wikipedia still continues to maintain on its website the name of the deceased and any photograph as well as
Only name.
Only the
It's
name is
stating
there.
on
Radha.
Word, the photograph, but the name is there.
The photograph is also there. It's a different sketch, but it is.
as well as a copy of her. That is a portrait in graffiti. It's not her real life photograph.
It's not a photograph, only the name is.
Yeah, that's only a. It's only an impression. It's not.
Well,
You know,
that-
it
that
says
is a very-
it says X's portrait in graffiti at Dhaka University. So that I think we need not refer to
Somebody is
that.
representing.
The
It's
first-
only an artist's
It's a
impression.
representative.
First page, and another thing, Lord, the Lord, girl had a specific hairstyle, and this graphic is depicting her everywhere. That's the unfortunate part, but the name is there on the first page.
It's the name which is,
Assign ourselves to the name.
yes.
But the provisions of Indian law are clear in this respect, full stop. In the interest of maintaining the dignity and privacy of the deceased, it has been clearly the governing principle is that the identity of the of the deceased in a case involving alleged rape and murder should not be disclosed. Stop. Wikipedia shall therefore take steps to comply with the previous order and the injunction which has been issued in the present order forthwith.
Please.
Full stop. The letter by the father. Now, the status report we have dealt with. Now,
Something
meeting
very
that-
significant
that
that the
Mr.
doctors
Hat-
wanted to place.
Nandi for a minute and then we
Sure, sure.
So grateful, my lords. My lords, on the last occasion, the state government had
What you are
vilified the
hearing from Ms.
doctors.
Nandi?
For the doctors, my lords, we represent 25,000 doctors
What you have to say?
in the state of West Bengal.
Just
If I may just.
Well, just
Yes.
So, my lords, on the last occasion, my lords, if we may go turn by turn. My lords,
Between the two of you, what's the
Mr.
point
Mine,
in
I'm
arguing
not
between each other?
addressing the court. I just want to make a distinction between senior doctors and
Absolutely
junior doctors. My learned friend is rightly representing the senior doctors who are
Yes.
supporting us. I am representing the junior doctors who have today ceased work.
All right.
So our submissions will be different.
Yes, yes, Ms. Nandi.
My lords, on the last occasion, a number of statements, misleading statements, and I really say this with responsibility, were made by the state of West Bengal. And in that status report, which we were not given, we wrote twice formal letters. And with regard to the doctors, the senior doctors as well as the junior doctors, we have filed an affidavit in this regard, my lords.
So can you,
We
can
are
you
not
summarize
well
what you have to
record.
say? Can you just summarize what you have to say? Tell us, we'll make a note of it.
But my lords, if I may just hand this over because it has some
Summarize
relevant
it.
documents.
Tell us what you have to say.
Number one, my lords, they have said that the state of West Bengal, the medical system is collapsing because of the strikes of the junior doctors. My lords, the senior doctors are working overtime double shifts because their junior doctors are not feeling safe. They have said, for example, in the status report, para 15 of my lord's order, 7C.
So according to you, everything is going on as normal. Nobody is.
My lords,
denying
everything, it is true, is not going on as normal. But in 7C, for example,
it. So
they have said that cardiology treatments such as
So what
stenting and angiography,
the juniors are not on duty. The seniors are trying to fill up the gap to the extent they can.
my lords, for the firstly, they are filling up.
So therefore we
For
ask,
the junior doctors.
are you in a position to say that, well, everything is as normal as ever?
My lords, we are not saying that, but what we are saying
Is that you are doing your duties as seniors to fill in the breaches caused by the absence of the junior doctors?
and my lords, we have placed on record, and my lords just make
That's all right. You've made your point. What's the next point?
this, please. The second thing is that there are a number of deaths that they have claimed that they say that they have got from media reports. Now, we were able to glean in the absence of being given the allegations that are being made against us. We were somehow able to glean one case from which, with regard to which we have obtained the clinical reports, and it is a lie. There's no question of it, it is a lie. So, my lords, this demonizing of the doctors has to stop. So, my lords, if my lords will take note of that and ask them to give us any further status reports or allegations that are made against the doctors so that we can respond, we would be grateful. Secondly, my lords, in terms of safety, there is a notification that has been issued by the state of West Bengal to institute Rattire Shathi,
Sorry?
to institute a cadre that they call Rattire Shathi. Now, this Rattire Shathi, my lords, is at page 23 to 28 of these affidavits. If I may just hand it over. Rattire Shathi means
The companion
friend
at
of the
night.
night. Friend of the night, companion at night.
A companion at night to maintain some sort of safety.
Yes. And this is their response, my lords.
Page?
23. So, my lords will look at para 2.
Yeah, if you have got it.
Now, these 1514 number security personnel will be placed in government medical college and hospitals as per breakup attached by outsourcing through agency for a period of 1 year. This is one objection, my lords, but the second objection is at page 24, which is that they get a training of 7 days. So the director, principal, MSVP, all concerned, with a request to verify antecedents of all such hired personnel, a training of 7 days in consultation with the district police authority may be organized for these hired security personnel. Now, my lords, has the state of West Bengal come to this, that when an incident has happened where Sanjoy Roy, the accused, was a civic volunteer, and at night, my lords.
My lord, I wish to
Yes,
fully
you got your
support.
point.
My lords, may I complete my brief submissions and then?
Yes.
My lords, with regard to the other safety mechanisms that my lord had directed, there are budget allocations, but beyond that, there are a few extra CCTV cameras that have been installed, and that is really it. So in terms of the safety and security, us senior doctors are there, but we are being assaulted.
All right, we got your point.
And my lords, lastly, with regard to the financial irregularities, we have been assisting the CBI directly. And even today, given what had fallen from my lords, I had passed to the solicitor and to the CBI a standard operating procedure with regard to the post-mortem. It's a memorandum dated 3/1/2020. And we have also given a large number of other documents, if that may be taken into account. And my lords, if my lords will consider, the financial irregularities case, my lords, is intricately connected, I beg your pardon, as I had mentioned earlier. My lords, Dr. Shondip Ghosh has been arrested now in the rape and murder case. So our concern is that
The investigation into that started a little later, because that aspect started a little later. That the CBI is investigating. They have referred to it in their status report.
exactly. So my lords, because my lords supervision of the matter has been so salutary, we are really only requesting that the status reports on the next occasion be placed before my lords in sealed cover to strengthen the
On the
process.
financial irregularities also.
On the financial irregularities also.
So I don't, you need an order for us? You can give us a status report
We
on
can have no
both.
objection, Malad. We can.
On the incident of the alleged rape and murder as well as on the financial irregularities.
Shall be done.
What is-
We can have no objection.
Yes.
I'm so grateful, my lords. That completes my.
My lord, on the question of these night,
Your lordship said that you, anyway, that's all right.
Now we complete.
Yes, I agree.
Once they complete, we'll come back. So you can give us a comprehensive response.
Yes, yes.
something to say on the order of address. I do believe it's the privilege of the state of West Bengal to be first addressing the court for the reason that a settlement has been reached yesterday night until the early hours of the morning.
That's what I was trying to show.
Not reporting back to work. I request this court, my lord, to invite the state of West Bengal to address you on what is the settlement that has been reached, because it will take care of many of the demands that we have raised. We, the junior doctors, it is an issue because this court has passed an order directing us to go back to work. We wish to comply with that order, my lord. Now, in relation to that, a certain settlement has been reached. If my learned friend doesn't want to present the settlement, I will present it. I have a copy of it, but I feel it is his privilege.
All right. Mr. Anupam Lal Das, I'll
And
hope you follow up on.
secondly, my lord, just one small thing in relation to submission that my learned friend, Ms. Nandi made. I fully support her suggestion. I agree that the senior doctors have been greatly supporting the junior doctors, but we have our own point of view, which I will present to you after the state of West Bengal has presented a copy of the settlement to you. Secondly, my lord, in my opinion, that force of 1,514 people requires to be dismantled with immediate effect.
Yes.
They are outside the law. They do not fall. They must be replaced by regular police of the state of West Bengal. They are performing a policing function, and it cannot be performed by people who do not hold the position of police in the state of West Bengal. Therefore, request is to disband that force of 1,514 people, total number, and replace them in the interest of safety and security with the regular police force of the state of West Bengal. That's our request.
Yes.
Mr. Anupam Lal Das.
I appear for the senior doctors, Milords, and we just want to place our concerns on record. We, Milords, are all working. We are working overtime. And Milords, as far as we are concerned, all these 20 departments, cases which have been pointed out, in any case were manned by the senior doctors. Junior residents, etc., were not placed there. So, Milords, that is something that I also wanted to place on record.
Yes.
So as far as we are concerned, we are working overtime. There has been absolutely no this thing from our side. That's our.
May I make a submission?
Amaras, may I?
May I make a small submission before Mr. Sibal is called upon? I appear for a doctors organization, thank you, called Doctors for Patients in Calcutta. Our suggestions will give to the task force. There are two issues we'd like to highlight to your lordships. First is pertaining to the investigation itself. Second is pertaining to that policy of 19th August. There are two more clauses, since your lordships already have that before your lordships. I'll start with that.
In 13th September.
19th August, the West Bengal policy which has come out, which Ms. Nandi had just read out. If your lordship will
13th September.
no, your lordship, this is 19th of August. If your lordship will have my IA then, 188500.
Miss Nandi, where's 19th of August in your compilation that idea is referring to?
Or if your lordship will see my IA, lordship.
So we'll refer to one eye. It's so much easier
Yeah,
if we have it every.
that is correct. Is 19th August. 19th August, Government of West Bengal, Department of Health and Family Welfare.
August.
It's part of that helpers of the night policy.
It's there in our earlier status report.
There in your status report?
Yes,
Yes.
it's in the earliest.
Apparently, it's in the earlier status report of the state of West Bengal.
All right, what is it?
There's
What is
a
There are-
September policy.
All right.
It's in my affidavit.
Your Lordship, there are two problems here with that 19th August circular. It's there in my IA as well as I'm told in the earlier status report of the state of West Bengal.
Ma'am, which page number is it? Because what I have is the 13th of September.
Okay, then maybe
She's appealing for whom? I'm not aware.
the policy,
Association of Doctors and Patients in West Bengal.
Doctors and patients.
I'm appearing for Doctors for Patients. It's a trust called Doctors for Patients. So, Your Lordship,
What's your point?
I have 2 points. Number one, in this policy, Your Lordship said 11, clause 11, subclause 5 and 6, we have a serious problem with. One is working hours of women, including women doctors, should not preferably exceed 12 hours at a time. Second, wherever possible, night duty may be avoided for women to the extent possible. Now, this is the policy of the state of West Bengal, and our doctors have a serious problem with this. And Your Lordships, in
How
multiple
can you say
cases.
that women should not work on night duty?
Exactly. Precisely.
Women
And-
will have an objection if you keep them from working.
Exactly. And to limit us to a 12-hour shift. In fact, many of the junior residents work for 36 hours flat out. Now, this is directly impinging on gender and being employed at all.
Completely right. You need
That
to
is
stick
one.
to the point.
We'd like,
And
and second
Anuj
point,
Garg,
I have a second point, Your Lordship. I have a second point. Second point pertains to investigation. One is on this policy, Your Lordship is seized of it. I will leave it
So
at that.
women don't want concessions. They want
Yes.
equal opportunity in
In
terms of
Anuj Garg's,
safety.
in Anuj Garg's case,
Why should we prevent a woman doctor from working in the night?
or 12 hours. Why limited to 12 hours, Your Lordship? Because junior doctors work for 36 hours. Now, women will never be
Should be
taken.
for all doctors. 12 hours working time is for all doctors. Don't bifurcate.
Equally, whatever the shift,
Exactly.
women
Lord.
doctors are ready to work in exactly the same conditions
Absolutely.
in
Yes,
terms
yes,
of time.
Exactly.
In Anuj
Well,
Garg,
let's not undermine them.
Anuj Garg-
Undermine the lady doctors.
Mr. Sibal, this has to be
There is
corrected.
no issue, Malad. We'll notify it. We were just worried because there is no security in place at the moment.
No, but the
I
answer
want to
to
make
it-
sure.
Saying this
The
one.
answer to it.
I want to make sure, Malad,
Mr.
that something like.
Sibal, the answer to it is you must ensure security is in place.
I know, Malad, that's
You
the
can't
point.
tell women that you will not be
This
working
is-
after.
this is in addition, it says in addition, this is not, this is only temporary, but if your lordship wants, we'll, no issue.
sits in
The
for
state
I-
offense.
says that it cannot
One second,
provide
hold on.
security. The
We are,
center is.
we are ad item, if.
In Anuj Garg's case,
No,
Your Lordship
Anuj
frowned
Garg is-
upon
You're right. He said that, look.
Romantic
the-
paternalism.
The law, the provision of the Act, Punjab Excise Act was
Absolutely.
that any establishment which serves liquor
Can't have
will
women
not have a woman. We
employee.
struck it down.
Of course, you should strike it down, Malad, there's
But
no issue.
therefore, two things, Mr. Sibal. I think the state of West Bengal must immediately correct its notification. You
in-
cannot say that women will not work more than a 12-hour shift. If men are working more than a 12-hour shift,
They want to.
they are entitled
They
to work
want to.
exactly at par with their male counterparts.
We'll issue a notification, but not an issue.
Your duty to provide security. And we can't tell any woman today in our country who's in the workforce that you will not work at night.
Including in
Pilots work at night,
Call
doctors work
centers.
at night,
Call centers
your
are
armed
very certain.
forces.
The armed forces work.
Women work.
My second point, Your Lordship. Second,
also.
second point on investigation itself. Again, it's a suggestion which has come from these doctors for patients. They say that apparently there are many people who possibly have information regarding this incident. And because of fear of retribution, they're not coming out and openly giving this information.
That is our
CBI.
problem also.
Therefore, may I just
Yeah,
finish,
please.
Mr. Mehta?
No, I'm
The question
supporting you.
here is- Oh, thank you. The request here is for an anonymous portal because Your Lordship, the cyber crimes portal today has an anonymous portal for crimes. Also, this court, in the case of videography of child pornography, specifically said you should permit anonymous complaints and a specific portal should be set up. Our request today is to aid this investigation and to hopefully finally get the culprits. We need an anonymous portal which the CBI will set up because many people don't want to disclose their identity even to CBI. And that is a fact today because of the nature of the matter Your Lordship has seen. We support no particular side here, but the point is people are scared. So if they can be enabled to give their complaints anonymously. Third is on Wikipedia, which is not part of my IA, but since Your Lordship said the photo is not there,
Yes.
the photo, Your Lordship, is not there on the Wikipedia website. But after the girl's name is mentioned, there are two footnotes. The first footnote refers to an article which is not an Indian journal, it's outside India, but that article has a photograph. So that footnote is also problematic because I just clicked on it on my phone when this discussion happened, and that takes me to an article.
While editing the order, I'll make sure that we cover that.
It's an external link, reference 1 and
All right,
reference 2.
thank you. Mr. Sibal,
No,
thank
Madam.
you.
But only one, to respond to Malot, she is right. We are also facing this difficulty. People are afraid to come forward and speak. Lord, we are ready to have an anonymous platform. The only difficulty in that would be, which is not our difficulty, that there would be several things sent on that which are completely irrelevant, but we can't help it.
That is item 5 and 6.
But we can assure if
Be just flooded with.
that's the problem, my lord.
Information which, you know.
That this is the theory. This is the theory going on. This
This is functioning, they must be.
But I can assure my learned friend, if anybody comes, they would be fully anonymized. We will not disclose their identity to anyone.
Protection scheme, there is
Yes, my lord.
But despite that, this court is approved of an anonymous portal, despite all the witness protection schemes.
More counterproductive than.
CBI's task force is limited. It's not, it's a relatively a small agency. Now, if we get all kinds of relevant, irrelevant material on an anonymous portal, one officer will be only monitoring nothing else but only that portal. So, look at it.
We understand the
Side.
problem.
Lord, we can assure if anybody comes, their identity will not be disclosed. It would remain only with the Joint Director CBI.
You just delete it. That's it.
Despite that, the cybercrimes portal has
It
an.
may be publicized, my
and
lords,
for
by the CBI,
Pornography of.
the witness protection.
Equally counterproductive, though I have no.
Despite all-
All right, you made your point. Now, Mr. Sibal.
No, Millards, just as far as items 5 and 6 is concerned, we'll issue a notification to delete it. That's all. So that's not an issue. No, Millards. No,
Item
Millards,
5 and 6 of the notification date.
of
19th August 20.
19th August, Millards, clause 11, subclause 5 and 6 will be deleted by virtue of a notification, Millards. So
Yes.
that's not an issue. Then your lordship's order, Millards, 9th of September, your lordships rendered this order.
Previous order.
Kindly read, Millards, paragraph 18 with me. In order to, your lordship has that? All my lords have it? No.
We have copies.
We have copies, Millards, we'll try and give.
Yes.
No. Oh. May I read it, Millards? In order to create a sense of confidence among the doctors, we also.
We saw that para 18. So what do you have to say on that? Mr.
Yes, so no, Millards, therefore we called, 5 meetings we called, this is the 5th meeting, and we want to tell your lordships what happened. Actually, I wanted to place it earlier, but this is after the 5th meeting, Millards. Yesterday night on 16th of September at 6:30. At the outset, Millards, the Chief Minister welcomed all the junior doctors present in the meeting. She expressed heartfelt grief for the deceased victim. She also added, the first demand of the West Bengal Junior Doctor Front is under the jurisdiction of the CBI. The state government will provide all necessary assistance as required for expediting the completion of the inquiry and justice to the deceased. As regards their demands relating to action against Kolkata Police, the CP Kolkata Police and DC North will be transferred. As regards the manpower, the present DME and DHS will be transferred. Then rupees 100 crores have been sanctioned for hospital infrastructure like CCTV, washroom, etc., which will be formalized in close consultation with the medical fraternity. The composition of the Rogi Kalyan Samiti will be revised to make it more inclusive through inclusion of all stakeholders. The issues regarding safety and security within the hospital and college premises was discussed. The state government proposed that a task force headed by the Chief Secretary and including the Home Secretary, the DG Police, the CP Calcutta, as well as representatives as would be proposed by the junior doctors, will look into related matters. An effective and responsive grievance redressal mechanism will be put in place in the medical infrastructure across hospitals and colleges. Junior doctors were required to join back at requested to join back at duties. It was jointly resolved to work in close coordination to discuss and resolve all issues faced by the medical fraternity at the level of Chief Secretary. The West Bengal Junior Doctors Front representatives expressed disagreements with regard to no disciplinary action against DC Central and transfer of Health Secretary. As regards ensuring safety and security, it was intimated by them that further discussions regarding specific formulations of the same will be required. It was also proposed that the existing threat culture prevalent in the medical colleges can be removed after further deliberations through specific formulations, democratically elected students' unions and RDAs regarding cease work and ongoing sit-in demonstration at Swasthya Bhavan. Representatives submit that a decision will be arrived at only after further discussion with all the junior doctors. The meeting ended with an appeal from the Chief Minister to the junior doctors to join back to work, ensuring delivery of healthcare services, and they still not done it. And there are 10,000 of them, Malas. There are 3,000 senior doctors, there are 10,000 junior doctors. 75 of the workforce is not going to work. And I must, Malas, appreciate the
before he
outreach
makes
of the
any
senior.
further comments.
Come on, please.
I was the one who said we have arrived at a settlement. Mr. Principal did not initiate this.
Let him at least complete his submission, then you can have. Yes.
So,
No,
Malas,
he can't. I agree with my learned friend, Miller. Doctors can't be demonized like this.
They're making a lot of allegations, my lords. 3,000 senior
I made
doctors.
no allegations.
It's an
It's a number.
The fact that
allegation.
there are
Ask them
10,000
what the
junior doctors and 3,000 senior doctors.
That's correct.
That's all that he has pointed
That's
out.
all I've said. I've said made no allegation. Now, Malas, all that and senior doctors have been actually doing a lot of hard work. Malas, we appreciate what's happening.
Thank you, but we're not on strike, sir. So
For
this should
God's
really,
sake, God,
the numbers
shut up.
for the last from the
Why?
media.
No repetition between lawyers, please. Let Mr. Zibal complete.
I'll leave it.
We allowed you to complete now. Let him.
Great, I'll leave it.
respond.
So, Malas, this is the state of affairs today, Malas, and she's also publicly said, we won't take any action against you. But if the junior doctors don't go back to work, Malas, what is to be done? And their demands, see their demands.
But
Everything
see, this
that-
is not.
Come on, please do not.
Representing them.
Now, Mr. Sibal, we want to know one basic thing. After our last order, we had said that, look, set up adequate security
Yes, we
apparatus.
got an affidavit to that effect. I showed
Now,
you.
what have you done?
Yes,
Let's
yes.
start with RG Kar itself,
let's-
RG Kar
In
Hospital.
consultation with
What,
CISF.
tell us what steps have been taken to improve
Yes,
the safety and the security at the
Yes,
RG
yes,
Kar
kindly, we
College
give
itself?
the affidavit. We just give it to you. Yes, yes, we've done that.
Filed this
We
affidavit.
filed this, we circulated
Apart
it
from
yesterday.
budgetary allocation, what steps have you taken on the ground?
Yes, Malas, yes, we're showing it to your lordship. We gave that, circulated it yesterday, Malas.
Of 2020.
Can I have, I'm not concerned, but if you can give me a copy for completion.
Through the health
I'm not
department,
served.
Malas, this affidavit was filed through the health department. Just give copies. Give
None of
copies
us
now.
have
I
copies, my
don't think
lords.
we have, but I'm not concerned with that, but copies.
May I have a copy, please?
Usko to de do.
This concerns the junior doctors.
Now, Malas, kindly see.
My lords, this
Mr.
is
Sibal,
not
may I-
confidential. May we all have copies?
Mr. Sibal, may I have a copy, please?
May we all have copies, sir?
Yeah, give copies. Don't have copies for everyone. We'll give it to you. I'll just read
Yes,
it out
you have
and
to
then.
address the court on
We
this
don't-
issue.
Why don't you share
You are
one copy with them
intervening.
so that, they can between themselves.
What is the difficulty in sharing a copy with me?
Yeah, I'm giving it to you.
You should have come to court with extra
Very
copies.
difficult, Malas, very
All right.
difficult.
Thank you.
Let's kindly just come to page 2, Malas, paragraph 4. Confidence building initiatives by the state of West Bengal. As per the order of the court, Malas. In furtherance of the orders passed by this honorable court, the following district collectors and superintendent of police have been duly communicated the said order for compliance and necessary action. Right, so each district, the district collector, commissioner of police, Malas, identified. Para 5. Further, a letter has also been issued to all district magistrates and superintendents of police for ensuring safety and security of the health professionals working in various health facilities. True copy of the letter dated so-and-so from the Principal Secretary, Department of Health and Family is attached, which is at page 1415. Malas. Then, meeting in this regard was chaired by the Chief Secretary of the state with all the district magistrates, chief medical officers of health, principals and hospital superintendents on 13/9, giving clear directions to all for ensuring safety and security and early completion of the various infrastructural works being undertaken. DMs and SPs have visited the medical college in their respective jurisdiction, and they are taking all steps in this regard. That the state of West Bengal is providing the following facilities to 28 medical colleges and hospitals throughout the state, out of which the district collectors along with superintendent of police are monitoring the 18 government medical colleges and hospitals in the district outside Kolkata, while the 10 medical colleges and hospitals in Kolkata are under the Kolkata Police Commissionerate. Besides this, there are 87 public hospitals, district hospitals, super specialty hospitals, sub-divisional hospitals, and state general hospitals. Now, Malas, what is it that we have done? Let's see, existing facility of duty rooms and the restrooms, right? So, Malas, you have 732 males and 444 females. Total is that. Additional duty rooms and restrooms sanctioned are 5, and work has already begun, Malas. And 536 male, 357, it's increased by another 893. And within 7 to 14 days, the work will be completed. I've put it there, Malas. Work has started and directions have been issued to executing agencies to complete the work in 7 to 14 days. Then come to the existing toilet facilities. You have 462, 249 for women and 711 total, and 1497 and 806 in public hospitals. That's 2303. The additional for women is 724 and 503 for the others, for the public hospitals. And this also will be completed in 7 to 14 days. Then existing CCTV cameras, in addition, additional will be 6178 and public hospitals 4071. Also, work will be over between 7 and 14 days. Following this is the special dealing with RG Karmaras. There currently common duty rooms are available for doctors. The total are 57, 24 and 47. Additional will be made and sanctioned. There are 71 additional. And work has started and joint inspection with hospital authorities, PWD, CISF has been held. Networks have been, new works have been taken up. Then existing facility toilets, 43 and 26 is 69. We're building another 82. Joint inspection has been done, with hospital authorities, PWD and CISF has been held and new works have been taken up. Then existing CCTV cameras 217, we're increasing them to 415. 36 are installed, the other work is going on. Then photos are at page 16 to 26, they're all there. Then additional security guards. In order to improve the safety and security of doctors, nurses and other staff in all the medical colleges and hospitals, the government of West Bengal has introduced the program Ratere Sati Helper at Night. The concurrence of State Finance Department has been obtained for engagement of additional 1514 security personnel under this program for all medical colleges and hospitals. There are already 232 existing security guards and additional 85 security personnel have been designated afresh for RJKar Medical Hospital, College and Hospital. 3 companies of CISF are already deployed at RJKar. A true copy of the order dated so-and-so issued by the department is attached. It is, however, most respectfully submitted that despite the order of this court, junior doctors, but anyway, I don't want to read this because unnecessarily, we have now reached some kind of settlement.
Now, when you say that there are 232 existing security guards and additional 85 security personnel have been designated afresh for Ajikor Medical
Yes,
Hospital.
yes.
Are these from the Ratireds?
No. These are police personnel, not Ratire Sati. And we will substitute the Ratire Sati with police personnel. It's only a temporary measure, only for 1 year,
No,
we can substitute them with police personnel.
You know, Mr. Sibal, what really happened was this. The accused who committed the crime was drawn from
Yes,
the
yes.
volunteer force.
Correct.
Now, if we are going to have another set of contractual people who will be now designated.
No, now we are giving them ID cards.
But
Security agencies have been.
imagine these contractual people will be trained.
But-
1 second. These contractual people will be trained for 7 days, and then they will be walking all around in the hospital. Now, what is the protection which these young doctors have, particularly the women doctors, about these contractual staff walking around in the night in the hospital?
This is in addition to the security of the police that is already there,
But you know, the crime was, let's face it, the crime was crime is alleged to have been carried out by a volunteer
That's
who was
right.
posted
That's
at the
right.
hospital.
That's
Now,
right.
if we are going to replace the volunteers with these,
There were hundreds of volunteers, It's not that. We'll make sure now. We've got police personnel there. There are stations there.
appraisal, the GR says, the government resolution says that they will be appointed through an
These are not,
outsourcing agency.
no, these are not civic volunteers. There is a security agency that we have hired. Through them, we have recruited.
So the security agency will recruit these people.
Yes.
Does anybody carry out any
Yes.
antecedents,
Verification is done, proper verification is,
psychological assessment, because these people are going to be working.
proper verification is done. Health department is involved in this. Something has to be left.
Today, particularly the women doctors have a feeling of, insecurity. Now you get suddenly.
The CISF is there today,
They don't know who these people are. They're
CISF,
not your police. They're not your paramilitary.
CISF is there, for them to resume work now. Now what's the problem? CISF is there. Mullahs, after all, something has to be done by the state mullahs to make sure that, your lordships, and
And CISF will be there for a short time because they responded to
we'll make arrangements after that,
Regular
mullahs.
police, we are asking.
We'll
for
make
the regular
arrangements after
police
that.
force of West
But it
Bengal
can't be,
to
mullahs,
replace
that the
them.
doctor.
That's all we ask.
the whole problem is when you entrust security to contractual staff, particularly in hospitals where people are on duty for 36 hours, they stay there. There is virtually no protection for women
There's a
otherwise.
civic volunteer in this, mullah. These are true security.
They are contractual staff.
We have a police house, mullahs,
clothing.
kindly see, we have a police outpost in every hospital.
Notwithstanding the police outpost,
Well,
even
this,
an
I
FI was
agree,
taken
I agree,
after
but I am
24
not disputing that, Mullah. We are not, dis- but
14 of them.
Why is the
1,500.
why
14
why
hours
is the
is
government
again
coming out
incorrect,
with
Mullah.
this?
14 hours
Surely-
is again incorrect.
Surely
If your
you
lordships
understand.
want, we'll disband this, there's no issue, Mullah.
It's not a question of the court wanting it. We are not in charge of governance in the
But
state.
therefore, Mullah, some
The
confidence
doctors
in
have
us.
they have genuine reservations because they say, who are these contractual people who are
But
now
Mullah,
going to be working shoulder with us?
Mullah, your lordship must have some confidence in the state machinery after all this has happened. After all, we are also cognizant of it. We are also all against it. We want the security of our women doctors. Your lordship must assume that, Mullah. State is
Therefore-
not cognizant of all this.
Now, in terms of what you have disclosed to us
Yes.
you said that there are 28 government medical colleges in the state of West Bengal.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There are 17 government hospitals, including hospitals attached to medical colleges.
Yes.
And number of government hospitals in the state of West Bengal, 87 hospitals
yeah.
besides the 28 medical colleges
Correct,
and
correct,
hospitals.
correct.
Now, so we are really dealing with these 28 government medical colleges in the state of West Bengal. This is a key
That's
area.
page 10, Mullah.
Because government medical colleges involve young people who are there to pursue their medicine.
Yes.
These are the young girls who are straight out of 12th standard who are going to be then joining for 4.5, 5 years.
Correct.
They're therefore dealing with young people in the age group of 18 to 23. They are particularly vulnerable and they have to be protected.
Of course.
And we have to deal therefore with these 28 colleges.
Correct.
Because they have no great pleasure in abstaining from work.
That's right.
They are abstaining from work because now, as we see, having these contractual people there, they will be having a new source of completely insecure premises.
That's
Who are these people who are going to be joining at a contractual level? I think government has to talk to them and tell them that, look, this is the verification which we are doing. Or you need now a new set of volunteers who will be called the Ratiraj Sati.
We informed them yesterday evening in our conversation with them, Mullah. This was informed.
My lords, both are
And
instructions.
this is what
are
is
clear.
recorded, it's
The
also
police
recorded.
must replace the
We are in a
aspiration.
situation where
it's also
there's a
recorded.
lack- there's a lack of security for the doctors. The way to do it is really to have regular police personnel, at least in these 28 government medical colleges and hospitals.
That's our
all.
demand.
These are the colleges where the youngest of our future
Plus
doctors are.
17. There's also Calcutta, 28 plus 17. Go look at page 10, Mullah.
10
28 in the state is 17 in Calcutta.
in court. So you have 45.
I mentioned that every hospital, the Chief Justice says, look, there was a police outpost and yet this happened. So therefore,
So we are dealing with 28 plus 17,
Yes,
45.
yes,
Let's deal with these 45 first on priority.
right.
Because as we said in the other hospitals, you will not have, say, 18, 19-year-old young, almost like children. They're beyond 18, that's the only thing. But these are very young doctors, young interns,
Right, right.
they're all young students.
Right.
Now, they are straight out of their homes, they're coming in from different parts of West
Fair enough.
Bengal. Now, we have to assuage their concerns and the concerns of their parents.
Mullah, kindly see, Mullah, page.
Tell us for these
item eight.
45 hospitals.
Kindly
Tell us for the 45 hospitals, what are you going to do to
kindly
ensure
have a
their
look at
safety?
page 10, item 8. There's an increase of women security officials on duty when women doctors, nursing staff are on night duty. 910 additional women security personnel will be deployed after training at the police training institutes, and they are undergoing training at the moment.
Now,
We are
these
called
women security personnel will be regular?
Yes,
personnel from the
regular
West Bengal
police force.
or what?
Regular police force.
So within what period will they?
They're undergoing
report to
training,
these
because I don't know what the training period, but at the moment they are undergoing training. I'll find out and let you know.
Because, ultimately the devil lies in the fine print. It's not, they say that, look, you have sanctioned funds. You say that, well, duty rooms are being constructed.
We'll get back to your lordships on this.
So tell us, and second, who is going to, in every district in West Bengal, the collector and district magistrate one, and second, the superintendent of police, they must ensure and oversee that these arrangements are in place.
Absolutely.
In terms of the CCTV cameras, the location for the CCTV cameras, and most importantly, there has to be some SOP. It can't be that the principal says, "Acha, yahan laga do, wahan laga do."
That's why,
You
Malas,
must have a
placed
proper
everything
SOP on where you're going to put CCTV.
Malas, what happened was when the CI said,
They must provide absolute cover to areas where, say, the female doctors rest at night, the bathrooms which they use, because these are the areas where they are vulnerable.
Malas, we are ad idem. Malas, when the cameras were installed in the RG Kar hospital, we asked the CISF to tell us where should they be installed, and we installed them accordingly. Similarly, we'll do it. We have an SOP in place, and we'll place it on record, Malas, and we'll follow it to the T.
Now see, RG Kaur also, Mr. Sibal, the progress is very slow. RG Kaur, you said you are going to, you have sanctioned 415 additional CCTV cameras.
Yes.
But only 36 have been installed.
But Malas, within 7 to 14 days, Malas, they took time to identify the place. So within 7 to 14 days, they'll be completed.
Now, 1 second. Have the lawyers appearing for the resident doctors seen now what they have assured the court that they are going to do? Within a period of 7 to 14 days, they have given us details of the CCTV cameras, duty restrooms, and
Public
additional toilet facilities.
Yes, yes.
Now, apart from that, say at RG Kaur itself, areas where the women doctors they take rest at night or even during
Yes,
the
yes.
day, early morning. Why can't you think of having, say, biometric facilities for
Yes,
access
we'll
to
do
that
that.
particular
Yes,
area?
yes, yes, yes.
Is
Absolutely.
it not possible to have biometric access?
We'll
so
do that, Malas.
A woman who goes into, say, now she went to the seminar room,
But
the access to that particularly, which is a duty restroom, should be only controlled by a biometric facility.
actually, Malas, the health secretary is here. The health secretary is here. We will do it. We'll put biometrics there. No issue.
So these are,
Yes,
you have to also think out of the
Press
box.
buttons.
Yes, yes, I agree. Malas, we want this to be in place so that such incidents don't happen again, Malas. That's our primary concern. It's an eye opener for us also.
Tell us, since the health secretary is here, what modalities will you follow for reviewing each hospital as a standalone unit and ensuring that the requirement of installing CCTV cameras, restrooms, access points, control of access is maintained?
Well,
What is we can't start
Well, that's
sitting and
correct.
say, all right, in this hospital, give us 20 more
May I
cameras.
make a request, Malas?
Tell us
Consult
what-
with us.
One second.
How you're going to put into place.
May I make a
mechanism
request,
for
Malas? We
ensuring
will
that?
give to your lordships on affidavit. Give us 2 weeks' time to exactly how it is going to be
2
done.
weeks is too long.
DM and SPs are already doing it, Malas.
DM, SB, superintendent of hospitals, along with the representative of the doctors are visiting each of the places.
Hospital.
They are identifying and only then the bugs are being taken up. From a security point of view, from a.
All right, then what we will do is this, we will record that the district magistrates, the superintendent of police, and and a representative of the senior and the hospital administrators,
Yes.
the doctors,
The moment
Will-
it's participatory, the problem.
Yes, absolutely.
that, so that you put into place a participatory process.
Absolutely.
That the doctors are also then asked to.
To be concerned.
Absolutely,
Where
Malas.
what
We
is
agree.
CCTV?
We agree, Malas.
All right, then we
That's
pass
the
an order
minutes
to that
also.
effect, because
That's
that's
part of the agreement.
ultimately, look, ultimately,
Integrity.
I also realize that, we are dealing with young people between the age of 18 and 23. We have to handle them in a different way.
Sure.
They're all deeply concerned. It could have happened to any one of them. Why
Sure.
only this
Exactly.
young woman?
That's
It could
right.
have happened to any one of them.
I agree.
That's all that they are worried about.
Yes, and rightly so.
All right.
We have made a coordinating officer
A-
for us to do this.
An affidavit has been filed by the state of West Bengal for explaining the steps. Dr. Joshi will come back to you in a minute. Don't worry. An affidavit has been filed by the state of West Bengal for
On behalf of the
explaining-
health department, Malas.
on behalf of
Health
the state of West Bengal by Sri Narayan Swarup Nigam, Principal Secretary in the Department of Health and Family Welfare, explaining the steps which have been taken specifically for upgrading bracket 1 duty rooms stroke restrooms semicolon bracket 2 toilet facilities semicolon and bracket 3 CCTV cameras, availability of CCTV cameras in government medical colleges and hospitals across the state. Next, the data which has been placed on the record indicates that there are 28 government medical colleges in the state of West Bengal and 17 government apart from which there are 17 government hospitals in Kolkata. Full stop. The number of government, full stop. There are 87 hospitals besides.
Whereas 1 and 2 have to be recorded separately, Malad.
Yeah, 1 and 2 are 28 plus 17.
28 plus
9, Malad. 9. So what's the number of government medical colleges in Kolkata is 9, Malad. And then the state is 20.
Yeah. There are 9 government medical colleges in Kolkata and 28 in the state of West Bengal, making a total of 37 government medical colleges. Full stop. 17 government hospitals in Kolkata are attached to medical colleges.
Yes.
While 87 hospitals, into brackets, besides the 28 medical colleges and hospitals, exist in the state. Full stop. The affidavit filed by the state government indicates that apart from the existing facilities, sanction has been granted for installing additional duty rooms, stroke restrooms, setting up toilet facilities, and the installation of additional CCTV cameras. Stop.
After consultation with the doctors.
Stop. Besides making budgetary provisions, it has been stated that work has commenced and directions have been issued to the executive agencies to complete the work in 7 to 14 days. Full stop. The affidavit indicates that apart from 7747 existing CCTV cameras, an additional 6178 CCTV cameras would be installed. Full stop. In the public hospitals, apart from the existing 3346 CCTV cameras and
medical college,
an additional 4071 cameras would be installed. Full stop. In our view, what is of critical importance at the present point of time, is that the participatory process should be followed by the state government so that the concerns of all the doctors, both senior and junior doctors, are duly taken into account. Full stop. To facilitate this, we have suggested to Mr. Kapil Sibal, we have suggested to the state of West Bengal that the collectors and that a team consisting of 1, the collector and district magistrate for each district, semicolon, bracket 2, the superintendent of police, 3, the principal of each medical college and hospital, or as the case may be, the superintendent, and 4, a representative each of the senior and junior doctors may be associated with the process so that the work which is being carried out for the construction of duty rooms, setting up of toilet facilities and installation of CCTV cameras takes place to promote with their inputs in view. Full stop. This has been agreed to by the state of West Bengal. Full stop. The courts have been assured that the entirety of the work shall be carried out within a period of 2 weeks from the date of this order. Full stop. Apart from the above steps, comma, on the suggestion of the court, it has been accepted by the state of West Bengal that necessary steps would be taken to ensure biometric facilities, particularly for controlling access to those areas, to the duty and rest areas, both for male and female doctors, so as to ensure that unauthorized persons are not entitled to enter the hospitals. Full stop. The affidavit of the state government indicates that 910 additional women security personnel are being presently trained at the police training institutes and would be deployed at the government hospitals.
Well, it should be duty rooms, not duty areas.
Duty rooms.
Yeah.
On 13 September 2024, the Department of Health and Family Welfare of the Government of West Bengal has issued a government order proposing to engage an additional 1514 security personnel on a contractual basis in the government medical colleges and hospitals under a program which is called ये पेज 27 को मिल जाएगा Ratire Sati -helper at night. Full stop. These personnel are proposed to be engaged by outsourcing through an agency nominated by the government for a period of 1 year. Full stop. During the course of the hearing, serious reservations have been expressed by the council appearing on behalf of the senior and the junior resident doctors. Bearing in mind the background that the alleged offense in the present case has been committed by a civic volunteer from who was also contractually recruited. Full stop. Apart from the above concern, the attention of the court has been drawn to an order dated 19 August 2024 issued by the state government indicating that bracket 1, women doctors shall not be employed at night, and semicolon, bracket 2, women doctors shall not be employed on any shift exceeding 12 hours. Full stop. We find justification in the reservations which have been expressed, particularly on behalf of the senior and junior doctors, as well as by the organizations, different organizations representing the doctors. Full stop. The basic purpose must be to ensure conditions of safety and security for all doctors, men and women. Full stop. The women doctors do not demand any special concessions, but require the state to create conditions in which their safety at all times during the day and night is observed. Full stop. We are affirmatively of the view that we are in agreement with the submission of the Council for the Doctors that imposing conditions such as the women doctors will not be employed at night would pose a serious impediment in the furtherance of their medical careers. Full stop. As we have already noted above, the women doctors expect to be provided for similar conditions of work and safety as should extend across the board to male as well as female doctors. Full stop. Moreover, it would be inappropriate, as the women doctors have submitted before this court, if women are given special concessions in regard to the hours of duty. Full stop. The hours of duty should be reasonable for all doctors across the spectrum, and it would be inappropriate to target women by subjecting them to conditions which do not apply to their male counterparts. Full stop. We therefore have been assured, the state of West Bengal has assured the court that any such conditions which cast a cloud on the basic constitutional premise of gender equality shall not be enforced.
Well, only one request is what is said.
Hold
on. Working hours of women, including women, should not preferably exceed 12 hours at a time. There's no mandate that they should not be employed. We'll reword it. We'll take it out. That's not. What is said is that preferably should not preferably exceed. Otherwise, it will be misconstrued, Mullah. We are going to delete it, but there's no mandate that they should not be employed, Mullah. That's not what that it says. Therefore,
But all that they are saying is that, look, don't.
correct, we'll delete it, Manoj, but what happens is if this order goes, Manoj, what all
We
kinds
have
of.
put it in that perspective of,
Yeah.
they are insisting on, look,
Yeah,
we are entitled.
Correct,
to
but
get
don't say it is a mandate that they shall not be employed, Manoj, this is not the mandate.
All right, we'll
Just that.
We'll edit the order.
Yes. Now, Manoj, one last thing that I want to, Manoj. Your lordships had asked us
My lords, on
to-
this point,
on, Manoj, that challan 3571, 5371.
before we come to that, on the.
One
this
something
part
very
of your
important. Just wait for a moment.
Manoj, your lordship asked us, we have to answer that, Manoj. No.
We have
We filed, Manoj, a status report. Huh?
The affidavit.
Well, on the strike of doctors, I wish, Manoj, I'm sure that we'll be able to come to.
We held a meeting with the doctors yesterday.
Yes, yes.
And Ms.
But they have not agreed.
Jensen said that there's a settlement. There's a settlement.
But they have said, we will come back to you whether you want to go back to work or not.
Second, my lord, I'm here to address you on that question if he has the patience to listen. My lord, in my respect, sorry. I'm sorry, my lord, I'm sorry. I
That's
just got a
all
bit carried away. My apologies to Mr. Siva. My lord, I'm referring to the previous order of this court, para 16 and para 17. This court expressed an expectation that the doctors will go back to work by 5th of September of 5th of September 2024. Now, my lord, in the order recorded by this court, your lordships have already recorded that some of the preconditions for safety at work have not been provided till today. Nevertheless, my lord, in the spirit of, what should I say, honoring the order of this court, my lord, we did agree to a meeting. 40 of them met the chief minister yesterday. I would like this settlement to come on the record. It's in the nature of a settlement.
You got it here.
Signed, no, not to my knowledge, my lord, it's not there, but if it's there, it's the same one. Just check if it's the same one, my lord.
Minutes of the meeting, right?
Same thing, it's the same thing.
Very well. Now, my lord, I would like to read this out one by one.
So we've already read it.
All right.
It's the same document,
Very
right?
well, my
Which
lord.
is signed by all the doctors.
There are issues in this document that I'd like to bring on the record. I'd like to address. Because I would like to say, and I've filed this intervention. I'm sorry, I've not had time to file it in court. If you could just see the prayers, that's all. Just have a look at the prayers.
Can we have a copy?
Yes. Where's my copy? I don't.
We'll,
You made a mistake by raising.
A copy to the AOR for the state of West Bengal as well.
F is also.
Please, sir.
Well,
Yes,
have you seen the
you just didn't give it to, just now.
the F?
F,
G, F is direct the formation of a monitoring committee consisting of personnel from administration, academics, junior doctors, nurses, and other healthcare staff in each hospital to monitor safety issues. This is a very valid point. G,
yeah.
direct the formation of a confidential grievance redressal system in every hospital.
well, that's already
H-
been in the minutes.
Right.
It's in the
So One
minutes.
second, but let's tread the path of least resistance. We can ensure that people are on board. H, the formation of internal complaint committees in accordance with the Sexual Harassment Act of 2013, again, very important. I, setting up of a counseling center to be formed in every hospital and college with qualified professionals in the psychiatric and psychology departments. which will address the stress faced by students. Very valid. It's a genuine concern. I think this is something which every hospital should have. Then installation of CCTV cameras, Ms. Jaising, we've already covered in our order.
Not, I don't wish to say anything more about that.
Restrooms also we have covered.
Let me just make my point of view a little clear so that there is a confidence building between the doctors and the state. I'm here before you, that's my concern. I want this confidence to be built. I want the doctors to go back to work. I want to state it very clearly. So, my lord, your lordships have already issued the order relating to CCTV. We are satisfied with that. They've already informed us about the restrooms and the toilets. We're satisfied with that. We do understand it'll take time to.
Just one second. Ketan, मैंने जो order dictate किया ना,
Secondly,
so it will go on record as the
but we must keep substantive equality.
state of West Bengal.
Particular different My lords, just a few things, my lords.
Then what?
Yes, my lord. Now,
Mr. Sibal, what we will do is that these four areas, two CCTV and restrooms we have already covered.
Yes.
F to I. This is something which we will ask the government to
Well,
consider
it's
and
already there. Existing committees are already there.
we'll just see if
my
what
lord,
if it
this
is not there.
incident would not have happened.
Yeah, we
These
put it. It's there.
conditions had been put in place. Let's be clear. Let them not be in denial. That's our only demand. We have no other demand, my lord. Don't be in denial.
We're not denying it. With
On behalf of the West Bengal Junior Doctors Front, an application has been filed seeking specific directions. Good stop. Two of the principal reliefs, which are the affidavit, inter alia, the affidavit contains the following prayers. We say, I तक copy कर लो. Prayer B, which has been set out above, is specifically covered, is specifically the subject matter of the investigation which is being carried out by the CBI, and hence, a full stop. As regards prayer C, the court has been apprised of the fact that a meeting took place on 16 September 2024 between the.
no, Madam, live streamed is not there, Madam. They've asked for live streaming, Madam.
We're satisfied with the meeting. We don't want live streaming. We're satisfied with what has taken place.
I agree.
As
I'm
regards
just saying.
prayer B,
No, this is not fair. Again, he's trying to demonize the doctors.
No.
Nothing else.
As-
We went without the
Okay.
precondition of live streaming.
As regards prayer B, a meeting took place on 16 September 2024 between the Chief Minister and about 40 representatives of the West Bengal Junior Doctors Front. Full stop. A copy of the minutes of the meeting has been placed on the record. Full stop. Ms. Jaising, however, states that though prayer B contains a specific request for live streaming of the meeting, that was not insisted upon, and broad terms of settlement. We'll say broad terms of settlement have been arrived at
Yes,
in the
no,
course of
these
the
are broad terms of settlement.
Correct.
We wanted 40
Prayer
of
B,
us went.
Prayers D and E relating to CCTV cameras and restrooms and toilets has already been dealt with in the earlier part of this order. We find merit in the request which has been made by the Junior Doctors Front in terms of prayers F to I, and direct that the state government should consider the request and take ameliorative steps.
If not already done,
Not
Madam.
already taken.
What
Stop.
if not? Can you make a statement that you've got such
Prayer F,
harassment
1 second,
committees
Ms. Jaising.
in your hospitals? Can you make that
Prayer F.
statement, Mr. Sibal? Put your hand on your heart and
yes.
make that statement.
These
Don't
We
be
can.
denial.
It's in the status report.
the
They're
prayer,
not there, my lord.
more
I'm making a
specifically,
statement, they're not
the
there.
steps which need to be taken by the state government include are for bracket 1, the formation of a broad-based monitoring committee in each hospital, consisting of the administration, academics, doctors, nurses, and other healthcare staff to deal with safety issues. Bracket 2, semicolon, bracket 2. The formulation of a confidential grievance redressal system in every hospital for the redressal of grievances of students, doctors, and other staff. 3, the formation of internal complaints committees in accordance with the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, into brackets, Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal, bracket Act 2013, and bracket 4, the setting up of counseling centers in every hospital with qualified professionals, particularly from the psychiatric and psychology departments, to deal with the issues of stress which are faced by doctors in the course of their duties. Would stop. Each of these aspects would merit serious consideration and would impress upon the state of West Bengal the need to take remedial action.
If not done, Malad, because it's
already done.
Yes.
Within a period of 3 days from the date of this order.
Correct, Malad. Now, Malad, I just want
My lords, with regard
the
to
last
the
issue. May I now, Malad, finish with that?
Yes.
My lords, if I may, very
Malad,
briefly,
now-
it's very important.
Now we gave you adequate time. You can't keep on coming back.
Malad,
Notifications
now-
not get set aside.
Malad, only one request.
They recorded their statement that they are not going to insist upon that.
I'm grateful, my lords.
That
My
is-
lords,
Yes.
One
My lord,
last thing,
let
Malad.
me
Now
see
that we have
your-
agreed to all this, the cease work must stop, Malad. They must go back to work.
If the name of the notice.
Now, Ms. Jaising,
Yes.
Learned
Yeah, but
Jaising, Learned Senior Counsel appearing on behalf of the Juniors Doctors Front, has stated that with the above confidence building measures, which are to be followed by the state of West Bengal, the junior doctors would have no difficulty in resuming work. Full stop. It has been stated that the only concern of the junior doctors was that necessary facilities for ensuring their safety at the workplace should be duly installed. We accept the assurance which has been tendered by the
Deeply
legislature.
obliged. We are deeply obliged. And now, the last thing is that the challan, Malad, your lordship.
Finish,
Yes,
please. Can we maintain that order, one person addressing the court at a time?
Yes.
Yes, now, my lord, your lordships have just dictated, if I heard correctly, that we have no difficulty resuming work.
No, we have said that you said that in principle, the doctors would like to come back, but they wanted confidence building measures.
Yes.
And that with these steps, which we have now virtually taken from your application and the other steps, that you are now willing to.
There's just one caveat to that, my lord, one addition, if you can just record it. My lord, we are accountable to our general body. We plan to hold our general body today or tomorrow. So there may be a gap of time. I want that on record. I don't want to be told I'm in contempt of court.
Ms. Jaising has informed the court that in view of the minutes which were recorded before the Chief Minister at the meeting held on 16 September 2024, and the directions which have been issued in this order, the junior doctors would approach the general body so that a broad consensus evolves to facilitate the return of the doctors to work.
Yes, one more thing, my lord, one more thing. Your lordship will just come to prayer B, prayer B. Now, my lord, this is a very, very serious issue, and we know it requires to be addressed. Direct the state government to establish and fix administrative responsibility. My lord, just hear me out. We are not getting into the domain of the CBI. My lord, we do not wish to get into the domain of the CBI.
Earlier direction. Huh?
My lord, it is not my case that I want to interfere with the domain of the CBI. The words have been chosen carefully. We have used the expression fix administrative responsibility.
Jaising, 1 second. Those responsible for the cover-up of the incident.
The incident, my lord, I made a statement earlier
What
that
is
it
the
is still
nature?
there. My lord, hear me for a minute. What
We
is
are
it that
still,
is?
we are still being apprised by CBI
Yes.
of the nature of the cover-up which took place.
No.
1 second. Until CBI gives us a better, updated status report, then we will issue directions to them.
I bow to that. I bow to that, my lord. I'm not talking about the domain of the CBI. Just hear me for one.
No, we are not saying, 1 second. Once CBI points out what has emerged during the course of the investigation, we will have some material to issue directions to the state government to take action.
Yes, my lord.
But we must have some material before.
Agree, this is going to be a continuing mandamus. I agree. I know that your lordships are not ignoring this issue, but give me 1 second. My lord, your lordship needs to be told that one of the reasons they've not gone back to work is because it is their belief, rightly or wrongly, that those responsible for this disaster are still there. And these people on return will be victimized, my lord. We want some kind of assurance from this court that they will not be victimized on returning to work because they are still there. They are working in RG Core Hospital today. Today, my lord. They are working there.
The
And
Chief
therefore,
Minister has already made the statement
These are my instructions
publicly.
as well, my lord.
In the meeting yesterday, it is recorded.
that is why I chose my words carefully, not CBI administrative action. My lord, for example, the principal has been suspended under the civil service rules.
It is not possible.
Supposed to apply. And one last thing I want to apprise you of. You know, there are statutes involved in the functioning of these institutions. One is the University Act, the other is the Medical Council Act, and the third is, of course, the Department of Science. All three have to take responsibility for what's been going on in the hospitals. Three statutory bodies have to be held responsible, my lord, for what has gone on over here. All the statutes have a provision in them for monitoring, each one of them, monitoring the functioning of every hospital. The state has a responsibility to monitor. The university has a responsibility to monitor. The medical council has a responsibility to monitor. And my prayer A concerns those three statutory bodies. I'm not interfering with the work of the CBI at all. And they are still there. They are still roaming around in the premises. My lord, you give us any guarantee, we are willing to take it and go back to work. Anything the court thinks is proper. I'm not putting any preconditions, my lord. Protect us. That's all. There's a fierce psychosis right now.
This is correct, my lord.
And we want to go back to work. I want to make that clear.
If the Chief Minister has given insurance, Mullahs, then what more do they want?
What's the nature of the assurance? You tell us what is the nature of
The
the
nature of the assurance, no action will be taken against them. No punitive action will be. What more can be said? Well, join work,
Point.
Question of
Mullahs.
Making a separate point.
what punitive action will be taken against those who did this to us?
That's a matter of.
What will we
that's-
do to them?
Yeah, come on.
We are seized the matter.
Yes.
Yes.
Once we have material, that is exactly the area which the CBI is monitoring. Namely, what was the other instances of corruption
Yes.
in these hospitals?
My lord, it's not
Just
just
one
a
second,
question of corruption.
Just please understand what we are, don't allow us to complete what we are saying. One, what is the nature of financial irregularities at Ajikor itself? Two, was there any acts of commission and omission in the performance of duties by these doctors, by the principal? Third, was there any attempt to cover up what happened or to hush up the crime? So a variety of issues is being
And
explored.
what, is there a
We are-
nexus between them and the West Bengal Medical Council? Is there a nexus
are-
between them and the department? Is
We
there
are-
a nexus between them and the university?
One second. We are seized of the matter. We are not leaving your prayer be. Mr. Sibal, we'll record Mr. Sibal's statement that the Chief Minister of West Bengal has assured the doctors, and which he reiterates before us, that no punitive or adverse action shall be taken against the doctors who are returning back to work in pursuance of your statement. before.
Very well, my lord. we are
But they
giving
must
some
return
right
to
that.
work, Mullahs, is not as.
Let it be recorded, my lord. Let it be
But they
recorded.
must return to work.
Responding,
Confidence building,
Uh,
enable us to persuade them to
Jason,
go back to work.
Learned Senior Counsel has earnestly requested the court to record an assurance that no punitive action, that no punitive or adverse action shall be taken against the doctors who return to work, particularly having regard to the fact that the concerns of the doctors were over the lack of safety and security. And as a matter of fact, there is an ongoing investigation to determine as to whether there were any financial irregularities in regard to the work at the public hospital. Full stop. Mr. Kapil Sibal and Senior Counsel appearing on behalf of the state of West Bengal states that an assurance was held out by the Chief Minister to the junior doctors, Joby, front head, which is now reiterated before this court that no adverse or punitive action shall be taken against the doctors who returned to work
For the cease work, my lords, obviously.
for the period during which they were
But with
absent.
the caveat, my lord, it'll enable them to say, we are failing you, you don't have enough marks. Your lordship will confine it only to adverse action.
Now, we have said adverse action
Yes.
occasioned by the abstention from work.
That's all, that's all.
Extension
No,
of work, my lord, this is a
My
regular
lords, if I
feature
may
of-
clarify what Ms. Jaising is saying.
My lord, may I now?
My lords, if I may briefly clarify what Ms. Jaising is saying.
We have also said that they are going to constitute a confidential grievance redressal mechanism.
They must also, my lords, she said that we'll have a general body meeting. They already said so.
You come back
Is
to
it
us
in record?
with even one such concrete case and we will take
My lord,
it.
my lord, may I give, my lord, I think,
May I mention an IA?
my lord, may I have a chance, my lord?
Yes.
My lord, they have said that there will be a general body meeting, my lord, and then they will join work, my lord. So as to when that will happen, my lord, we must know, because
I'm sorry, my lord, I can't give a date.
Your lordships, may I
one
mention?
date means what?
Our order,
Yes,
the last order, we are not modifying our last order.
okay, okay.
Right? We have given, we have passed an order last time. We
Right.
are not modifying that order.
Very good.
We have created conditions for them to come back to work.
Yes, yes,
We have recorded their assurance
yeah.
that now that you have said that there will be no vindictive or adverse action, they will take a decision to come back to work.
Yes,
Let them now do whatever they have to do to implement that assurance and come back to work.
yes. So this must not be open-ended. It should not be.
May-
Well, one second, last thing.
Your lordships, may I mention an IA?
Somebody.
All right, one second.
Well,
Who are you? Who are you appearing for?
Lord, stakeholders are heard.
Which side?
One second. Sir, one second. Sir, one second. One second. This is not a political forum, all right? All right? Please, two things. You're a member of the bar. We don't require your affirmation to what we say. Please listen to us. You're a member of the bar. What you say has to abide by the rules of legal discipline. We are not here about what you feel about a particular political functionary or the other. That's not our concern. We are dealing with specific grievances of the doctors, and that will be. If you ask me to direct that the chief minister should resign, that's not part of our remit. as a
Lord, the
constitutional body.
stakeholders are heard. This is not a public platform. He is not concerned.
Look, I'm sorry. You please listen to me. Listen to me.
What happened?
Otherwise, I'll have you removed from the court. 1 second. Listen to me first. All right, we'll take it up absolutely.
Come back.
Your lordships,
Well, I'll take only 1 minute. Well, I'll take only 1 minute. But there's only, the form 5371 has not been used since 1997. This is a challan. 1 second, hold on.
Video that is there.
Really unfortunate.
Allow me to say,
This is
allow me to
admission.
finish. It was not shown to the High Court. That's a wrong statement. I put it all in the affidavit. Your Lordship may read the affidavit.
All right. You have handed over a pen drive to the Solicitor General.
No,
of
that
what
is
was
different.
Produced before the High Court.
Yes,
Solicitor has that.
yes.
Mr. Sibal says that the form was not used since 1990.
7.
Incorrect statement.
7. If that is so, CBI will verify whether.
Yes.
We'll verify, but if it
We
is-
use what is called a requisition.
There.
We use a
Backed
requisition.
up by the Chief Justice. How can you say it?
Maharaj, let me just state, we use a,
As a state, you cannot say that there is a statutory form which we. do
no,
not
no,
use.
we use a requisition
Part of the calculation.
consistent with the Government of India's standard operating procedures.
It has to
We
be
are since 1990.
We don't buy that explanation. Once there is a statutory form, the statutory form.
Maharaj, all the information is already there in the requisition. Everything in the form is there in the,
Question is along with the form.
requisition is already there.
Commenting on that
But Maharaj, let them in,
right over here.
Lord, let them not comment, that's fine.
Replaced, we do not
We
know,
will
my lord.
start with the regular board at 2 o'clock.
Telangana domicile matters, item 37.
We'll take it up. Don't worry, we'll go in rapid fire.
Very well.
grateful, my lord.
Right.